Hello everybody. In my previous vlog, I introduced to you a book written by a Chinese military genius in 410 BC by the name of Sun Tzu. The title of the book is The Art of War. This is the English version of The Art of War and the Chinese version of The Art of War. Tonight, I would like to introduce to you a trilingual version of The Art of War, written in Chinese, English, and Filipino language of The Art of War. This translation was done for the consumption of the Filipino readers. The Art of War is composed of 13 chapters that covers all aspects of military warfare. I would like to discuss to you a few of the strategies, but others are a repetition of my previous vlog just to enlighten you regarding the contents of the Art of War. We go to chapter 1, Planning. Sun Tzu said, "War is an important stage matter. It is a way to its death or life. It is a road to its rise or fall." Number 2, he said, "War is a game of deception. If you can attack, pretend that you cannot attack. If you will strike, pretend that you will not strike. Attack your enemy if he is not prepared. Surprise your enemy where he least expects it." Number 3, he said, "Before going into battle, if you made plans and you win, it means you have adequate planning. Before going to battle, if you made plans but you were defeated, it means you have inadequate planning. Therefore, efficient planning leads to victory. Inefficient planning leads to defeat. How much more disaster you will suffer if you engage in battle without planning at all." Therefore, here in chapter 1, Sun Tzu emphasizes the importance of planning before engaging in battle. Chapter 2, Preparation. Sun Tzu said, "If you will engage in battle, you must mobilize 100,000 man strong army that is fully equipped and fully provisioned for a 500-kilometer offensive. You must also prepare the enormous amount for military expenditures before you can unleash your 100,000 strong army into battle." Number 2, Sun Tzu said, "In warfare, you must strive for swift victory. Avoid a prolonged war." Number 3, he said, "A prolonged war that is beneficial to a state, that is totally unheard of." Chapter 3, Strategy. Sun Tzu said, "If you can subdue your enemy without using force, that is a brilliant achievement." Number 2, he said, "Therefore, the highest achievement is to win over your enemy by means of strategy." Number 3, he said, "No matter how gallant an inferior force fights, the superior force will eventually subdue it." Number 4, he said, "The general is the state's defender. If the general is efficient, the state will be strong. If the general is inefficient, the state will be weak." Chapter 4, Tactics. Sun Tzu said, "A good defensive tactician takes cover in extremely concealed position." Number 2, he said, "An expert in warfare does not only win victories, but he excels over the others by winning swift victory. Number 3, by making no mistake. That is the sure factor for victory. He defeats his enemy before engaging him in actual battle. Number 4, he said, the winner ensures his victory before engaging in battle. The loser engages his enemy before making sure of victory. Chapter 5, Force. Sun Tzu said, there are not more than 5 musical notes. If you combine these 5 notes, you can produce endless music more than you can hear. Number 2, he said, there are not more than 5 colors. If you combine these 5 colors, you can produce various pictures more than you can see. Number 3, he said, there are not more than 5 tastes. If you combine these 5 tastes, you can produce a variety of food more than you can savor. Number 4, he said, in battle, there are not more than 2 prongs of attack, the frontal attack force and the surprise attack force. By combining these 2 pincers, you can produce endless methods of attack. Number 5, he said, in battle, you must use frontal attack force conventionally in facing your enemy, but you must use the surprise attack force covertly in delivering your winning blow. Number 6, he said, in warfare, you must attack with tremendous force, combined with perfect timing. Chapter 6, Flexibility. Sun Tzu said, an expert in warfare dictates upon his enemy, but he prevents his enemy from dictating upon him. Number 2, he said, if you use a superior force against your enemy's inferior force, this mismatch will put your enemy in a serious predicament. Number 3, he said, in battle, you must avoid strong positions, but you attack weak position. Number 4, he said, warfare has no fixed situation. Like water, it has no constant shape. Chapter 7, Maneuver. Sun Tzu said, in warfare, you must use deception in order to succeed. Number 2, he said, an expert in warfare avoids his enemy when his morale is high, but he attacks his enemy when his morale is low. Number 3, he said, if you surround your enemy, you must leave an exit for him. Chapter 8, Tactical Variation. Sun Tzu said, there are roads which must not be traversed. There are armies which must not be attacked. There are strongholds which must not be stormed. There are positions which must not be contested. There are orders of the king which must not be obeyed. Number 2, he said, in a wise leader's plan, the advantages and disadvantages are taken into consideration. Chapter 9, Sun Tzu said, when there is absence of written proposal, if the enemy is suing for peace, it means there is treachery. Number 2, he said, if the enemy's emissary comes with praises to you, it means he is seeking for a ceasefire. Number 3, if you fail to plan methodically and you underestimated your enemy, you are bound to be captured. Chapter 10, Sun Tzu said, if the battle situation is favorable for winning victory, even your king orders you not to attack, you must attack. Number 2, he said, if the battle situation spells defeat, even your king orders you to attack, you must not attack. Chapter 11, Ninth situation. Sun Tzu said, if a superior and orderly enemy's army comes to you, how will you cope with the situation? You may say, you must seize which is dear to your enemy, and he will be negotiable. In our modern times, it is called hostage taking. He said, in warfare, speed is significant. You attack your enemy if he is not prepared. You must stick by unexpected route and attack his unguarded flank. Number 3, he said, if the enemy leaves an opening, you must rush in. Chapter 12, Firepower. Sun Tzu said, a king must not be due to anger and mobilizes his army for offensive. A general must not be due to displeasure and resort to battle. Number 2, anger can be replaced by happiness. Displeasure can be displaced by contentment. A devastated state cannot be replaced. The dead soldiers cannot live again. Number 2, he said, in battle, if it is advantageous, you must attack. If it is not advantageous, you must refrain from attacking. Chapter 13, Espionage. Sun Tzu said, belligerent armies engage each other for years, yet they strive for victory, which is decided in a day. Number 2, he said, therefore, wise leaders and able generals, their ability to attack and win over their enemies, achieving victories which excel over the others, that is due to foreknowledge. In our present times, it means that is due to intelligence. Number 3, he said, wise leaders and clever generals use talented ones in espionage. They will surely achieve brilliant accomplishment. This is essential to war effort. The army depends on them before engaging in military operation. That is an overview of the contents of the book of Sun Tzu. The book of Sun Tzu is not purely for military purposes. You can use it in business operation, in business management, in spying over your competitors. In your daily life, you can use it also. I hope I have piqued your interest regarding the contents of the book, and I wish you will be anxious to obtain a copy of the book of Sun Tzu for your own use. Thank you very much.